What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video. And today, we have a significant update out of the great state of West Virginia. As many of us know, in 2024, the United States Senate runs through a state like West Virginia because current incumbent Democrat Joe Manchin is, quite frankly, one of the easiest targets Republicans can pick off in 2024. And there's been much discussion about who should the Republicans run. Right now, it's only Alex Mooney, but that appears to be changing as Governor Jim Justice is planning to launch a Senate Senate campaign next week that will challenge Democrat Senator Joe Manchin of the great state of West Virginia. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below. Guys, go follow Real American Politics on Twitter. We gotta get those followers numbers up big time. Of course, go follow the Rumble page for exclusive content in the link description down below. And of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you can join Real American, which is a phenomenal deal as it helps support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody. So, Governor Jim Justice appears to be launching a Senate campaign next week. Now, here's my concern about this. I think Joe Manchin's going to lose in 24. Let's be honest here. The guy got lucky in 2018, and quite frankly, the years beforehand, he really ran against nobody. But with Trump on the ballot, and the fact that West Virginia is now a Trump plus, 30 state? Yeah, I just don't see how Manchin can win. But there's been much debate on the right about who should the Republicans run in this Senate seat. On the one hand, you do got Alex Mooney, or Congressman Mooney, from West Virginia, and many people are saying that he's unelectable. Look, you could say what you want about, Jim Justice does a couple points better, fine. But to say he's unelectable in West Virginia, stop it. Look, yes, we had a disappointment in 2022, but some of these people's brains have been completely fried from the disaster known as 2022. I'm sick and tired of hearing the word electability, which, when you do 5 seconds of research, debunks itself just by looking at some state results. Look at California, look at New York. Yeah, those are some real electability concerns with abortion and some nonsense like that. Either way, that's not the point. Point is, if Mooney is the nominee, he wins. If Jim Justice is the nominee, he also wins. So stop this crap of, oh, well, you see here, Mooney can't win. You're delusional if you think Mooney's going to lose. Could it be closer with Mooney? Yes, because Jim Justice is a fairly popular governor of the state of West Virginia. I mean, for crying out loud, 10 years ago, he was a Democrat. He originally was elected as a Democrat governor. Now, he flipped the Republican, but still, he is a fairly well-liked guy in the state of West Virginia. Jim Justice is. Now, here's the thing, though. If you care about certain social and cultural issues, I'm not the most trustworthy of Jim Justice. This has always been my concern about him. On economics, I do like Justice. He is fairly good on stuff like healthcare, good on overall economics, trade, yada yada. But my concern has always been social and cultural issues. That's his one downfall. I mean, even, 10 years ago, he was supporting some LGBT stuff. It's like, what? In West Virginia? And this was, like gay marriage or something like that. This was a trans bathroom crap. He was basically open to it. That's my concern with him. Plus, he said some weird stuff about abortion. And that's always been my concern about Jim Justice. And Alex Mooney is better on the cultural and social front. But on the economic front, I gotta say Justice definitely has the upper hand. Now, here's a thing that I do think everybody agrees upon. Jim Justice would outrun Mooney. For the simple fact, Justice is a well-liked dude in West Virginia. His popularity is like in the 60s. He is beloved in the state, and he would win easily. But I think Mooney would also win by a fair amount as well. Now, let's read the Politico article about the Jim Justice announcement. Governor Justice is planning to launch a long-awaited campaign against Senator Manchin next week, handing Republicans a well-funded and popular recruit and their best opportunity to flip a Senate seat. So that's the one thing Mooney does have for him. He can self-finance. Here's the problem. Do people not understand how much Senate races cost now? Like if this was, 15 years ago, you could get away with self-funders. Now, sure, they could pay for the primary, but you really expect them to spend hundreds of millions of dollars in the general? That's the one thing Justice has going for him. He can self-finance a little bit. But you really expect them to pay hundreds of millions of dollars? You're crazy if you think that. So, yes, he is a well-financed guy, but that's only going to get him through the primary. I just don't see how he's going to be willing to spend essentially $100 million on this single Senate race. Now, I know you got fundraising and all that, but people, when you say self-finance, you can't really do it anymore in Senate seats. Yes, the primary you can, but when you get to the general, when things cost in the hundreds of millions, you really can't. I just don't see how Justice is going to do that. Now, the second part is, yes, he is a popular recruit in the state, and he does bring the safest pathway for Republicans to win. But if Mooney is better on the issue, we just got to see what Justice runs on. We got to see his campaign page and all. If Mooney's better, why would we think Manchin's going to hold on? Manchin is done. He may win, Mooney may get within 10 points. Fine. But as of now, every indication is saying Manchin's done. Why do you think he's considering running for president? That's not a very confident campaign if they're considering to jump ship to run for president as a third-party candidate. So that should be interesting. So let's continue this article. He will make his announcements on Thursday evening at the Greenbrier, his luxury resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, according to an invitation event obtained by Politico. A GOP strategist close to Justice confirmed the details. Thursday's also the governor's 72nd birthday. And that's my one concern about Justice. He's old. Is he going to run one term and that's it? Do you really want that? A one-term senator? I know it gets rid of Manchin for sure, but are we really going to want a 72-year-old to run for Senate? And is he going to run for re-election? I don't think so. Like, this isn't... Yeah, I know Trump's going to be 78 in next year, but that's for one term and he's done. But Justice... Are we going to expect him to run for another Senate seat? I don't know. Justice, a coal mining magnate who is friendly with former President Trump, has hinted at a Senate run for months. Yeah, we've heard about this. Politico reported earlier this week that Justice could launch a bid before the end of the month. He was heavily recruited by the National Republican Senatorial Committee and has been in contact with Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. That's my real concern about Justice. Yes, there's some parts about his social stances, but this last part here, when you're getting involved with Mitch McConnell, that's not good. I mean, the fact this loser still controls basically all the funding. Stop this crap that, oh, well, you see here, he doesn't control funding. If he tells a rich donor do not donate to a candidate, they listen. The fact this single clown can take out hundreds of millions of dollars for a candidate just because Blumph endorsed him, that's my issue. And when you get Mitch McConnell, trying to get in close contact with him, that's not a good sign if you're the McConnell candidate. Still, Justice is known to change plans suddenly. While the event is set for Thursday, he could still punt a decision later. In the primary, he will first have to face GOP Alex Mooney, for whom the Anti-Tax Club for Growth has already pledged to spend at least $10 million, but Justice, who is worth hundreds of millions, could invest some of his own funds in the race. But like I said, Yes, he could spend, I think he will spend like 15, 20 million of his own money. But do you expect him to go much further? I always laugh when they say, I'm going to spend $75 million of my own money. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You're going to spend $100 million. Only Bloomberg does that, and that went as well as you expect. But, I do have some concerns about Justice. Mooney, I do understand that he may run a little bit behind Justice. But to say he's going to run like 15, 20 points behind, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy to say that he would run that far behind. And again, I don't care. I really do not care who the nominee is in this race. I like Justice and I like Mooney. I personally think, though, Justice, I think if he does decide to run, Mooney should probably run for re-election, though there's somebody even better running for his House seat. I don't know what they're going to do. I hope they make a deal where, Mooney runs for, Attorney General for the state. Then in a couple years, when Justice retires, then run for the Senate seat. Something like that. If we do that, I think that appeases everybody. Just get rid of Manchin. Now, again, I just have my concerns about Justice, but I'm not bashing him for it. I'm just a little bit skeptical at the fact that Mitch McConnell is getting involved in this quickly. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.